Patreons, you know who it is. Y'all know to donate to the Cash App if you want to support. Like the video, hit the little heart, leave a comment in the comment section. You know, the Willie Bobo. Now, Metro and Drake was cool back in like 2010. You know, he gave him some props, talking about dudes just be hating on Drake. Drake is one of the greatest artists. You know, Drake loved that. And the fact that Metro was working with Future down in Atlanta, he wanted him on the Both remix, you know, and all of these different things. And Certified Lover Boy rolls around. And, you know, it was just all love for the boy. Metroboomin had the sound that Drake wanted because Pluto had it. Now, during this time, What a Time to Be Alive Part 2 was in the talks. But Future and Drake were having problems, right? And he was working secretly with Beyonce. Honestly, Nevermind 2 and then Beyonce's album. But he was secretly making another album behind their back. Then he decided to snake Future and then go and do this album with 21. But he was going to keep the Metro beat. But allegedly, Metro did some tracks already with Drake that never came out. Was wasted his time, you know, and energy and money because he ain't going to get paid for the publishing now because it's not going to be published. So one of the beats that he had, Drake kept and published for him, but he dissed him on the track as this chick named Princess that they both was messing around with. Allegedly, I guess, went back and told Drake that Metro was pillow talking about him on the album, talking about some niggas ain't got love for the boy, so they fake it, crapping a couple of jokes on some fake ish. And then here come the Trance situation where Drake was left off Trance. But what people don't know is that this thing went a little bit further than that. In the process of the situation, waiting on the Her Loss album, you know, Metro mother was brutally murdered by her husband, who was in a murder-suicide. So because of that murder-suicide, there was no way mentally he was even ready to give Drake a beat and all of this stuff. And Drake was fuming because he wanted that Metro beat, you know, on his album, not even caring that this man was going through it. So when he started freaking out and not really understanding the gist of what was happening, Drake sent out a heated message like to someone else who forwarded over to Metro. And Drake says, I don't give a F if that Negro's mother just died. I want my beat. Like, where's my beat? You know, like that's irrelevant to me. That your mom just died. Where's my beat? So that allegedly took place, and Metro really was, you know, in a different mental space when it came to Drake, and was not ever going to work with him again. That was done. There was no way he was going to work with this guy. You know, when he has no empathy, no respect, the whole nine. So when Drake was left off the version, Drake team released the Trance remix that had Drake on it, and people was asking why wasn't Drake on the song. So Drake started this, I'm gonna release all the songs crap. So he said, okay, I'm gonna pull out Knife Talk original version that didn't have Drake on it. Since Drake wanted to do reference track releases. Then it was, why was Drake left off of Trance?
Why did that version not make the album?
Um, really, it was a song I had did with Travis and Thug originally for my album, and I was just in the studio with Drake one time, and because we were gonna do some stuff on my album, and he just wanted to hear some songs from my album. Then he heard that one and really wanted to get on it, but like I was letting him know that he was really just done for real, and I was really just set on how it was. I was like, bro, I ain't even try to sell you no dream. Like
Mm,
it's really like just locked in. I'm locked in where it was, but he had hit me and was just like, man, let me see if it's just anything he could add to it. And he was like, if you don't like it, then whatever. So he did some stuff. A couple parts was cool, but like I just felt like just even with like slime burst and trap burst and the outro, it was just already like it just really wasn't no room. It was just
right.
wasn't no room. It wasn't no personal. It just wasn't no room. So I had I just ended up using the original, and I guess the other one just leaked or something.
Mm.
Do y'all think there's ever been anyone who's told Drake, "I think the song's done"
Not,
in the
not that
history
I know.
in the history of music?
Probably not. If I had to bet money on it, I
It
was.
had
So they're laughing because they think it's funny that he was able to do that. Drake didn't think that was funny, making it look like Metro had power over him. So he didn't like that at all and started to leak the rumor that it was over a woman and he was jealous. Jealous of his success and envious by trying to be friends with him. Drake again played the victim card and used people like Academy to relay his message and saying, you were pillow talking. As Metroboomin told academics, I'm politely asking one more time that you please do not post me or anything to do with me on this page. Thanks. But he starts to come out and acting like he has breaking information as people wants to talk about you, Metro. And I know who they are. You running around here pillow talk. But it was not. It was bigger than that. It wasn't over a woman. The whole situation changed. And because of it, yeah, this is exactly where people would rank things under their belt. So, yeah, that's what happened. Hmm. Well, the thing is, Metro, Metro really put out the fact that this whole diss thing was really about the disrespect to his mother. Drake wants to take that away and try to say, no, it isn't. This isn't about anybody's mother. This is about the fact you was supposed to be my boy. And you flipped on me. You supposed to be down on me. And you ain't stay down. That's what this is about. And Drake still doesn't have any sympathy or empathy. And he lied. So they had agreed to just stay out of each other's way. And Metro was being, respectful. And then all hell broke loose. When the album Loses, Heroes and Villains, that album lost to Her Loss when it came down to the Grammys. I know people who truly believe Heroes and Villains is by far the better album than the last two they just did, the We Don't Trust You album. People will take Heroes and Villains. They got Too Many Nights. Like Trance was the one with Scott and Thugger. Was hot. Yeah, it's a lot of songs on there that a lot of people was playing. They like Walk 'Em Down, that Lock on Me. And they probably think that's Metro's best album to date. Even though We Don't Trust You and We Still Don't Trust You came out back to back, that was it. Heroes and Villains. Now, being the fact that Drake and Metro are on the same label, right? They're all on Republic Records. It's very easy for these people to work together as far as the music. And the fact that Drake was left off this album and he really wanted to get on it as he listened to this whole album and he heard Trance and knew like, oh man, I could get on this. And he put a verse on it and sent over a verse and Metro then put him on it. Yeah. And to go out on air and publicly say, no disrespect, but this is what it's about. Had everything to do with his mother. But he did not go public with that. And he did not destroy Drake. But Joe Budden elected to allude to it, to the actual message as to why this went down. As people in the industry behind the scenes truly know what the real problem is. And here's what I'm going to talk about on a YouTube video that I got coming up. As we start with here. Her loss was about 1.3 billion streams behind Heroes and Villains. Heroes and Villains was getting about 10 million streams a day. Her loss, probably 4 million. the gap was only widening. And Metro responded and said, yet her loss still keeps winning rap album over the year over Heroes and Villains. Proof that award shows are just politics and not for me. LBC about awards, honestly. Well, not LBC. I don't care about awards, honestly. The true award and reward is knowing that the music I spend so much time on brings joy to people's everyday life. And everybody saw that as a bitter shot at Drake. And then Drake comes out with, damn, little man, I'm just trying to do me. If the record's 2 mil, I'm just trying to move 3. The old Jay-Z line. The ain't no love line. Right? And that was enough to make Champagne Sloppy unfollow Metroboomin. Because he felt he's helped. He's hating it. And then Champagne Sloppy comes with the tweeters and the
time and continue to uplift me and accept me. So thank you. And to the rest of you, you guys make me sick to my stomach, son. Honestly, if you guys want to look at my eyes, you guys want to do something? You guys, that's what I thought. No, that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Metro clapped back.
They're like, oh no.
Joe, come on. Don't shoot.
In 2000.
So, yeah, nobody was afraid of Tough Guy Drake when he put that up there. And it just went from there, man. Now, things only going to escalate when you keep pushing the envelope. So stop pushing the envelope. Why are you doing it? Does not help your case. Just stop. Makes you look pathetic, especially when there's no need to do it. So on that note, be blessed out there, people. Stay classy. There's no room for hate when you're making hundreds of millions of dollars. But people get bored. And then hate happens. I'm out.